Alright guys, we got the gasket. And guys, I am telling you, do not, what is it, Apex? It's got an Apex name brand. Guys, stay away from this thing. This thing it just won't set in right. It's not feeling right at all. You know, and what sucks about it, customer get the part just because it's brand new, they think it's good. And it's not. Then in a month when it's leaking, well, you just did the last. No, that's why they get no warranty when a customer buys the parts. So just keep going around making sure that it is down, because you do not want this thing coming out of place and leaking. Now what we're going to do, flip it over, shake it a little bit, turn it back over, make sure everything is still in place. Alright, let's get ready to install this valve cover. We'll be right back. Alright guys, we got everything out of the way. This plastic line was in my way, so I took my hose from the brake booster and hooked it up around there. Alright, let's get our valve cover. Okay. Slowly turn it like this. And we're going to make sure we don't hit nothing. Bring it down. I have my hand lower it down. Okay. Now that you got it down, take your bolts and try to put the bolts in by a couple threads before we go to tighten them up. And if you want, it makes it a lot easier. Get your 10mm deep. I gotta clean this up. Socket is. There it is. Alright. And this way you go ahead, and as I always told you guys, start it off by a couple threads so you know it's not cross-threaded. Alright, let's go around and do all of them, and then we'll be right back. Alright guys, now we're going to go start to tighten them up. Now what you're going to do is start from the center and work your way out. So we're going to go to this one first. We're going to bring this one down. Till it stops. And then just a little bit more. That's it. These got sleeves on. These bolts got sleeves on them, so the cover can only go down but so far. Okay, we did that one. Now we're going to go over here to do this one. And then we're going to start going in the circular pattern. So let's get this one down. Okay, so it stops and a little bit more. Then we're going to go 1, 2. Going to start going in a circular pattern. Working from the inside and then start working on your way outside. Alright, so let's get that done. We'll be right back. Alright guys, ready to install the intake. Ugh, man. Alright, the customer didn't get a new gasket. And I'm looking at this. And you see how the gasket protrudes out of the intake? This gasket is definitely in good condition. If it was flat, I'd have been like, nope, you're going to have to get you a gasket.
So he really just stuck his hand in front of my lens. He wants me to show the gasket, but then he sticks his hand in front of it.
Okay, look at it. Look how it protrudes out there, Sylvia.
Forget you now. I showed nothing.
Alright, now guys, you saw how hard of a time we had putting this thing in. So now, yeah, taking it out. So what we're gonna do is put it down there. We got where our bolts are. So I am going to get me a socket, 10mm socket, and I'm going to get these, a few of them, lined up, started in by hand. That'll get my intake straight, and then I can bring in the rest of them. So let's walk over there and try to put this down in there. We'll be right back. All right, guys, we gotta make sure this is out of the way. The intake's got to set right down in there. Matter of fact, this harness over here, before this gets in our way, let's bring this back over here and stick that into the valve cover like it was. Alright. this fuel line right here. That's what sucks. Okay, there we go. All right. This, it's gotta go back more. Already you're gonna start with this mess. Oh, this hose goes between the two? Oh, no. The intake gotta go around this. Plastic line. Okay. There we go. Alright. Now, since I got that, where's my 10mm? You need a light over there?
No.
Let me get the light for you? I'll get the light for you, Sivvy. I got the light for you, Sivvy. There you go, Sivvy.
It's too bright now.
Huh? Alright, guys. So, let's try to work with, I got a bolt right here. And I have no, I can see a little bit. Man, this sucks. Oh, did I look out and get that bolt? Oh, yes, I got one of them started. And now, let's see, should be right here. Uh-oh, that one ain't going in so well. Okay, got two of them started. Now if I can get this one right here started, I'll be pretty much set. Nope. I felt that going in kind of crooked, so definitely don't want to do that. As this one is going kind of crooked, so there it is. Okay. Whew. Now we're going to continue on. I got one right here. So it looks, you got one, then two, then one, then two. So in all 10. So let's get all of them started off and we'll be right back. Alright guys, now we're ready to tighten them up. Now the first two bolts we're going to do is the difficult one. Right in the center. You got to get this hose over to the side. Sucks. Okay, there it is. Okay. You gotta be. The bolt is right there. I'll move this hose to the side a little bit. And what we're gonna do is take out 3/8 ratchet. And you want to bring that in till it stops. And then a little bit more. Your intake should be pretty steady now. Now, right up under it, there's going to be the next one. Then you're going to tighten that one up until it stops and a little bit more. Now, those are the center bolts, two of them. Then you're going to have one on each side. Then you're going to have two next. And then you're going to have the end one. And remember that end one way back there? You're going to use that long extension with the 10mm. These right here, we can get right here like this. Alright, so let's get this done and we'll be right back. Alright guys, we got that tightened up, man. That looks good. Alright, next we're going to do let's take our hose. And got that with that funky clamp on it. You know, just bend our hose up there carefully. Dang, this thing came off a lot easier. I'm trying not to break that plastic.
I didn't know it wasn't easy to come off.
Okay, there it is. Now, get me a pair. I said I wasn't gonna put this clamp back on. I knew it. I said I. But let's grab our needle nose pliers. Squeeze that. Squeeze that together. Bring our clamp. You know, there's gotta be a way to hook this thing up so you can see it somewhere. Alright, bring it forward. Okay, then release. Alright, let's move on to our next step. Be right back. Alright guys, first thing we do is reach down here, and that's this clip right here. Let's close that off. Lock that into place. Okay, now our fuel line is going to go below the bracket, so we have to hook this up. How? Like this. Bring this in there. Bring the fuel line on the other side somehow. Okay. Then take the bracket up, hook it onto those two studs right there. Wait a minute. This bottom part gotta go in first. In there. Alright. Alright. There we go. Before we forget, we got a harness down here. Sensor. Let's bring that right there. Let's bring that up and hook it right to here. Let's get this out of the way. Okay. Okay. This fuel line pops into there. And actually, we should have hooked it. Let's hook it up to here. And that's all we're going to do is push that in until it snaps right into place. Alright, now we're going to get our 10mm bolt. Ugh, I know guys, you like, I'm going to leave that out. 10mm bolt at the bottom of this bracket and get that installed. Alright, be right back. Alright guys, now we got a bunch of harnesses down here. 1, 2, and 3.
Let's go to the computer.
Yeah, remember we had numbered them. Here's number 1. But did number 1 go right here in this little harness? I guess so. Number 1. Number 2. And then number 3. Let's get them installed and we'll be right back. Alright guys, then we got this harness, this little harness down here. It's got a little Christmas tree clip on the end that plugs into the bracket right there.
I couldn't see. Your hand was in the way.
See the hole right there?
Yeah.
And that goes right there. See that, Zuri? You gotta tell me something.
I'll tell you if I can't see it. I'm not going to sit here and tell you every time I see something.
Alright, then we got this harness over here. This plugs up into there. This one goes over And plugs into here. Get the box harness over a little bit. Get that plugged in. Snap into place. Alright, and while we're over here, let's get our brake booster hose. If you don't put that on, it'll be a serious vacuum leak. Let's connect that. Alright, get our pliers and put that up there, and let's move on to the next step. We'll be right back. Alright guys, the next thing we're gonna do, let's install our safety clip for the fuel line. And that goes into there like that, and then snaps on. Alright, now we're going to install our computer. Now, your sticker, hopefully yours could be on the top too, but the sticker is going to be on the bottom. So we're going to go in here.
The thing itself looks different on the bottom and the top.
No, it didn't.
It did too. Look at it.
Oh, so right now, I ain't got time
Well,
to
that's not my problem. You never have time.
You know, guys. All right, let's get our bolts and then the nuts started by a couple threads. And then we get ready to tighten them up. All right. And when you come back, have your 7mm ready for you also. All right. We'll be right back. All right, guys. Take your 10mm deep, and we're gonna go ahead and tighten these up. Now, if you're not comfortable using a cordless ratchet, don't use it. Use your regular ratchet. You're going to tighten up till it stops and then a little bit more. Or, if you're good at it, see, you can control the speed. And when you can control the speed, you pretty much control the torque. Go right across from it. And let's do the other two, and we'll be right back. Alright, the next thing we do, let's get our plugs plugged up. Let's start up on number 3, the third one over here. Let's get that plugged up. Now 7mm deep. And notice how slow I'm going. Actually, going too slow. Not plugged in all the way. Still not in there. Hold on. Sure.
Bless you.
Thank you. Let's get this. Okay, there we go. Just so that go up there.
Maybe if you install things.
Okay.
Don't ignore me.
Number 2. You know, I gotta take this clip out because that's a little bit too tight. Dang it. Whoa, now I can't get the thing there we go. Okay. Get that one plugged up, and then I'll do the clip, and then we'll do the last one. Alright, let's get them done, and we'll be right back. Alright guys, the next one we're going to do, our mechanics wire we got over here, holding this line and all together. I'm going to take that off, because we got to get ready to install our alternator. And actually, you can take your wiring harness, and you can bring your harness all the way back over to where it belongs. Looks like a bunch of mess over here. Alright, get the wire out of here. Get this.
What does that go into?
Another bracket for the alternator. Alright, there's the alternator, there's the 10. Alright, we got that out of the way. Let's go grab our alternator. I'll be right back. Alright guys, we got our alternator. Let's set it down. Get it down in there. Okay, first thing we're going to do is take the 10mm nut off over here and get our power wire. That's why I have to go to the starter with this. Got this thing all messed up. It's going to go down just like that. Okay, let's turn this like it's supposed to be. This boot is all messed up. Okay, get our 10mm nut on there. Okay, get our 10mm shallow 3/8 drive, what I call this impact. Reach in there, and you want to slowly bring that down till it stops. Good. Let's get this boot put on like it's supposed to be. Well, what's left of it, anyway. Alright, we got that. Now we go over here. I don't know if you can see the plug for the alternator. Get that plugged in. I can get this thing plugged in and look and keep the light looking at me at the same time. Okay, go till it clicks. Alright, now, dang it. You got your 3 15mm bolts. First of all, you're going to install the 2 upper ones. That'll get the alternator steady. So you can get that bottom one in. Alright, get that one started by a couple threads. Then get your other one started by a couple threads. Then reach way down there and feel for where that last one is. There it is. And start that off by a couple of threads. Now tightening them up, we're going to tighten up this bottom one first. Right now though, still having a hard time getting this one started. There it is. Now that one down there, remember we used the 15mm swivel socket 3/8 drive with a 4-inch 3/8 drive extension, and then just a regular 15 on there. Alright, let's get those tightened up. We'll be right back. Alright guys, next thing we're going to do is install our bracket. Now you got 3 15mm bolts. One right there, they're supposed to be right there, and the 2 right in the front. So you're going to take your bracket, put it on like that. Take your bolts, start them off by hand. 1, 2, and well, you should have did this a minute ago. Your AC line has to go around there because that's the bolt's gonna go in there. And let's get up. Let's reach around here and get our 3rd bolt started. Alright, so we'll take this and put it in there. Usually I take a piece of paper or something and put it up there. Right now I'm not in the mood. Play with some paper.
No sense.
It makes a lot of sense. Watch, I drop the bolt and then I'm gonna wish I had.
Let me zoom in so we can see you drop it.
You know what? This is some bull, man. Forget that. Let me get a piece of paper on this. Be right back. Alright guys, now we gotta, let's get this bolt in there. Are you kidding me?
Go down a little.
Oh, now you tell me?
You know what? Forget you. Don't say
Dang it, she wait good to... Now, look how quick I got it now. Boy, you was something else.
Yeah, I'm something else.
Oh, God. Alright, guys, let's get those 3 bolts tightened up. Right back. Alright, guys, we got that done. The next thing we're going to do is take this bolt out. 10mm bolt. Put it over here and not tighten it up yet. Just put it in by a couple threads. Then we're going to go to the other side. Alright, right back. Alright, guys, we got our 10mm bolt right there. Our nut. Let's get that nut off of there. And then we got to pull our AC line over that stud. What the? Dang it, I just had it. There it is. Alright, now your harness, remember your harness goes up under this. So make sure your harness is coming out and going up under that. Alright, let's put our 10mm nut back up there. And then we're going to tighten up that nut. And then the 10mm bolt on the other side of this line. Alright, right back. Alright guys, let's start connecting our harnesses now. We got our cam sensor over here. And let's see how this is going to go. This goes just like this. Reach over here. Plug our cam sensor up. And it goes into this connector right here, which how it got closed up, I don't know. Alright, it goes into there. Snap that into place. Next we have our VVT solenoid right here. And it goes down over to here. I know you can't hardly see that. Okay, plug that up. Then we're gonna go over to our O2 sensor right here. Let's plug that up. And if you want, you can hook up that little safety thing on it. Plug that up and just push that right into there like that. And it's got the little Christmas tree clip right there that hooks on right to there. But before we do that, yeah, let's just push that into there. And then we have our one plug going down to the oil pressure switch, and it hooks in right into this little clip right here. So let's get that plugged up and we'll be right back. Alright guys, next thing we do, let's get our belt put back on. Now remember, we got our 3/8 ratchet. Let's get it into our tensioner, and it's going to be going like you're tightening. Dang it. Okay, and then we're going to go over here and grab our belt. Make sure all our pulleys are lined up. Whoops. Here be better. Okay, bring that over. Onto the alternator. Dang it, I just came off the pulley underneath. The whole belt's just coming off like crazy. Like everything's just coming off. That's right, this is gonna go around that way. Ah! Okay. Let that be it. This is not This is not my day. Okay, now let's start playing around. Okay, is that on? No, it's not on. AC, guys, you gotta make sure all the grooves are lined up. And right now my AC compressor is not lined up. Now it is. All right, slowly release. Check all the pulleys, make sure all the grooves are lined up, and that's done. All right, we'll be right back.
In case anybody needs a belt routine, it's right there. Okay, we'll be right back.
And actually, all right, guys, customers got all 6 brand new coils. And one of them, we need to take that bolt out of there. We need to take that bolt out. And we got to let the customer know if they ever change this coil, the new bolt is shorter. So we're going to put that bolt in there. Unplug this. And let's go install this one right now. Alright, we'll be right back. Alright guys, before we put the coils on, let's connect this over here before we have a big vacuum leak. We got this connector. Just push that on. Then we got our wiring harness right here. It goes into this connector. Circle around. You got a plug right here. As a matter of fact, let's connect this, snap that in there. We got the plug going to the throttle body. And then the map sensor. Alright, now for the test, guys. Number 5 coil. Let's push that down. Dang, it's already started. 10 millimeter. I don't want to tighten it up more. It's holding it in. I do not want to tighten that up more, guys. Yeah, that's good. Let's leave it just like that. Alright, let's get the rest of the coils and install them. We'll be right back. Alright guys, now let's get our wiring harness. Hook it around. We got our one big plug over here. It goes back to that one right there. And now your coils are all, they're gonna be right where they go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait a minute. That's number 4, isn't it? Okay, this one be number. Where's number 6? No, there's 3 wires. So it's not these. Here it is. There's number 6. So let's hook up number 5, and then number 6, way back there. All right, now we got some more. Another harness here. Does this one go over to here? And then where did this one go? Oh, okay. This is air temperature sensor. You almost got it, Civvy. All right, that's hooked up. That's hooked up. Let's get our oil dipstick in here, and let's get ready to move on. All right, we'll be right back. All right, guys. First of all, let's take our 10mm bolts out. Then let's bring this over. Remember this hose right here. We got to put this on the throttle body and that hose at the same time. Gotta make sure that's on, guys, or this thing will run so bad. Alright, our hose came off here. So let's try to get that hose back on. Alright, get our 10mm bolts installed by a couple threads. We got our harness over here going to our air temperature sensor. Plug that in. And right over here, we have a little clip that's holding on the wiring harness. Right down in here, we're going to get that plugged up, get that snapped into place. Alright, let's tighten up that clamp and tighten up our two 10mm bolts. Alright, we'll be right back. Alright guys, last 3 things. 1, this breather hose right here. Just push that in there and snap that into place. 2, the air cleaner cover. Put that on with the 3 screws. And then the last thing but not least, connect back the negative terminal on your battery. So let's get that done and get ready to start this up. Alright, we'll be right back. Alright guys, got the keys, got the lights out because it's starting to get dark out here. Let's start this thing up. This thing had a misfire, well, as you can tell by that coil. Oh yeah. That's what I'm talking about. And you know what I like to say, guys? If I mute the sound right now, you would never know this engine was running. Yeah, buddy. Great job, guys. It is getting dark. It's time to get out of here. We are done with this series. All right?